Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another Community Connections with Ryan Sauers. Super excited to have great people, friends of mine, super colleagues. We're talking with Georgia Will and Probate today, and my friend Steve Ashby. Steve, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
You're welcome, and also the amazing Latawsha Hill. Latawsha, how are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you, Ryan.
You are welcome. Well, I'm glad we finally got to do this. You guys, we're getting near, I want to say 70 shows. And it makes a special episode for special people. So you guys stay so busy, and we've been trying to do it. So tell our viewers and listeners a little bit about yourself. So whoever wants to start first, we can, if they don't know you, they can get to know you better.
Great. I'm gonna let the youngest go first.
I love it.
When we started this firm, I told everybody I got another attorney to be a partner. And I said, she's younger and smarter. So that helps a lot.
Sure.
I'm Steve Ashby. I've been practicing law for 41 years now. I've had a wonderful practice. Over these years, I've been a family lawyer. I do a little bit of everything. But in the past year, I've decided that I should limit my practice to just wills and probate. And Latawsha and I have been office mates for over 5 years. It's been about 7 now. Mm-hmm. And a little over 2 years ago, we started talking about joining forces and doing a firm that just does wills and probate, because we really like that kind of practice and we help people a lot. And that's when we started it going. And boy, I tell you, it's been taken off ever since we started the practice last fall.
That's right.
We've been really busy in the community.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've really enjoyed working together, and we've really enjoyed our connection with the community through this whole process.
Absolutely. And my name's Latawsha Hill, and I'm the other half of Georgia Will and Probate Lawyers. And I have been in practice for over a decade now. As Steve said, we've been office mates for at least 7 years. And prior to that, I worked as a county solicitor for Gwinnett. And I wanted to just have a more personal touch with clients, and that's why I went into private practice. And Steve has been a great mentor in that process. And like you said, we have just really enjoyed, working with our clients in the area of wills and probate, because a lot of people don't know much about the process. And so we love working with the community, helping to educate the community about what wills and probate, or what probate means. And we are just enjoying the ride.
Well, I can vouch that you guys do it the right way and are always there to educate your customers. I know education and being involved with the community, even for simple questions that people have never thought of, you guys are a source for that to get them started, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, in fact, I just took a call 20 minutes ago. It was a client said, hey, I've got this legal question. You can charge me for it. And I told her that our firm practice here is we don't start charging a client for anything unless we break a sweat. So, we love just building the
gap,
the things over the phone.
That's right.
That's something we love doing.
Well, I love it, and I love how y'all mesh and come together. But I know it's a part. So you guys, wills and probates. Let's just talk about the common misconceptions or things that people never think about, or common things that a listener or viewer right now is going to say, "Why do I need that?" Or "I never thought of that." Just something you hear on a daily basis. Anything come to mind that you could share to educate people or make them think a little bit differently?
Don't get an internet will.
Yeah.
We had a client that came in yesterday, and it wasn't the first time that it's happened, but it was a client that came in yesterday with a legal Zoom will that one of her relatives had drafted, paid for, however, never signed it, never even opened the package for it. And so it's of no use. And we've had other occasions where they do have the legal Zoom, or they have the internet will, and they have issues with the document itself because it doesn't meet statutory requirements. So that's one of the tidbits of information that we like to let our clients know about.
Yeah, we've had different wills like that, or sometimes we've had people who've come in and they copied a will from somebody else. And, there's some very hard and fast rules about what makes a will valid. It has to be witnessed in a certain way. We had a will that came in where these people drafted it themselves, and they had their sister sign it, and then they went over to another office and had someone else witness it, and the witness had never seen them sign it. So the will was completely invalid. So if you're going to do a will, you might as well do it right, and it's not that expensive. We find people come in and they have put off doing a will for years because they think it's going to be some multi-$1,000 thing.
Mhm.
Well, no. I mean, we do, for example, simple wills for a couple is $1,000. It's
Right.
not.
And for an individual, it's only $750.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Very affordable.
yeah.
And important.
And
we
it can be done right.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like we've all talked in the past. You go to become an expert in your schooling and your years of practice, and somebody goes to make a big life decision and then just tries to skimp on a few $100. That's just not the way to do it, because they could be causing hardships to their family and stuff for years to come, long since they've passed or whatever, because of not doing it the right way.
Yeah.
That's right.
And usually when a person comes in for a will, it's not just to do that one document. I mean, we're talking about everything involved in their life, what's going on with them, their children, their spouses. And we have legal decisions that they have to make, and we can help them with that. We got a lot of experience in having them figure out the plan. So it's not only just the paper document itself, it's how you conduct things.
Mhm.
For example, we have people that have bank accounts and they're wondering who to make as the beneficiary. Well, how you designate that beneficiary can have a big
Impact.
exactly on how things go. So there's a lot to the process.
That's right. And
So-
everybody has a story.
No, go. I'm sorry. I want to go on with that, Latawsha. I was just gonna say. Sorry. We had to go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Well, I don't know. My question was that profound. I was following up on that, but
I'm so sorry.
no, I just think, when you get into the world of probate and will, just from the limited amount I personally know, I've seen friends and families plan things well in advance. Everybody knows kind of the game plan. And I see other ones that no one has a clue of any plan, if they planned it at all. And I just see years of people digging through stuff, trying to, fight it out in the court, which is just, I'm sure from y'all's experience, is not the way it can be. So much smoother, right?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
right. That's right.
And, we find people are reticent to come in because they feel like it's going to be such a complicated process and such an expensive process. But one thing we do educate people about a lot is in Georgia, we have a very streamlined probate system. So we can get it done as long as you know what you're doing. You can get it done with the least amount of time and expense. There are some states like Florida, California, New York, where probate is a nightmare. And
right.
they spend a lot of time doing all these complicated trusts so they can avoid probate. Well, there's absolutely no need to do that in Georgia, because if you have a well-drafted will and somebody that probates the will that knows what they're doing, again, it's a minimal cost and it doesn't take a lot of time.
That's right. Or a lot of digging. A lot of people also think that they have to gather all these resources and assets before they even come and talk about a will. And that's not necessary either. A lot of times we start with an initial consultation that's about 30 minutes to an hour, maybe long. And then we start drafting from there. And then we send you copies of that draft document or those draft documents and have you review it. And then we schedule a date for you to come back in and sign it. But it's that simple. It's really that simple. And you don't have to go around looking for a whole bunch of paperwork in order to get started. It just starts with a simple phone call, and we can help guide you through the rest. But it's very, very simple.
Well, so really, it's making it very convenient to get it done, right?
That's right.
Oh,
Sorry.
That's all
I'm
right.
sorry, we messed up the camera here.
You're good.
We're trying to.
This
get
is
thing
all
right.
about having a live show, Steve. I see smiling Steve. Smiling Steve.
Oh, I really messed up. Hold on, I'll get it in here.
All
Let me
right.
get around.
Yeah, I'll hold the front.
It's all part, folks, of a live show. Makes
Yeah.
that makes people really enjoy all the parts of technology. And
That's right.
Okay, here we go.
yeah, we got Smiling Steve, and we're gonna get Live Steve. There you go.
We're trying.
Oh,
We're trying to
Smiling
get the.
Steve's back.
Oh, here we go.
Yep. And there's Live
Yeah,
Steve.
can you see us?
There we go.
Just,
Sorry
it's just
about
this,
that. That
it's
was
just
my
a,
fault.
it's just the same as Smiling Steve, except this Steve can talk. You know, and that's
Yeah.
what I like it.
Steve's also engineer. He's sound
Yeah.
engineer,
Oh,
video engineer.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, you
We're
know,
in trouble
that-
now.
I'm gonna say, you know, that Steve is probably not gonna be as animated in the convenience of answering questions as this Steve. I'm gonna go with this Steve. That's why we gotta have fun with this stuff. No, but in all seriousness, that's what I want to hear. So people can call you, make it hassle-free, don't have to dig up every document from their life, and you can kind of guide them through the process, right? Of what they got to do.
Right.
And that's
That's
like,
right.
even if me, I was talking, I don't have a clue. I would probably have gone and been digging through everything I've ever bought, owned, every kid's record. And you going, you know, we may need that, but you don't have to do that from the phone call one. I think that's important to tell people.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So, well, tell us a little bit. I know you guys both are solid people and do something. Tell us about some of your community ties, because I know you service in the community, and I know when people come to you, I just know firsthand, I'm going to vouch that when people come to you, they come back time and time again, and they refer people to you, and it's a wonderful thing to watch. But for those people who don't know you, I know your community is important to you. Anything you want to share about you're involved with or that you do, or because, you know, I know you have a radius. You know, you can work anywhere, but if people are coming to your office, you want to make it convenient for them to, in Atlanta, maybe, to get there. Not that they can't come from wherever, but, you know, just something you want to share with our audience about yourself.
Well, I want to start, and I want to start because Latawsha won't be saying this about herself.
See, it's good as
Latawsha
Talking
has-
Steve. We got Talking Steve now. You love it. All right. I'm sorry.
Now, Latawsha has a great community presence, and she has been very devoted to her family and the community for a long time. She started as a prosecutor, and she's great in court, which is really fun. But you know, she's got great people skills, and she's very devoted to her family and her church, and she's very active with both of them. I'm always kidding her because she says, "Well, we have a little family dinner, and it's 50 people." They had these epic family dinners. Yeah, a big family in Walton County, and
that's where I get all my referrals.
yeah, right, exactly. We get to do your family forever.
That's awesome.
But no, yeah.
Yeah.
And you too, Steve. You work with the DeKalb Lawyers Association to do a lot of volunteer and pro bono work as well.
Yeah.
So we both are very, like you said, all about community and all about informing our local community, especially about, you know, this process and how important it is. But we try to do, you know, whatever we can. Even we've hosted free will seminars with like Fulton County Retired Employees Association and different groups like that, just to, again, give people the information that they need to know that this process isn't as daunting as they think.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. I think people, you know, it could be people don't want to think about death, or people don't want to think about all the planning involved or paperwork or whatever. And I mean, the convenience you guys are sharing and provide, and you can see the care. You know, it's not like, hey, let's charge you $25,000, but in contrast, you get real human beings who care, who are experts, and have the personal touch. But you're not just pulling some document off the internet, and that's what I want people to hear, because I know it's important. You guys is if people want to be a do-it-yourselfer, this is not one you want to screw up, because this could have profound consequences, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it is right. And you know, people want to do the right thing, and I think a lot of times you'll get people doing these internet wills or these wills that they get from somebody else because they think it's just going to be so expensive. But when they find out really it's not that expensive, it's just the best way to do it. And you can really mess things up by doing a really bad will.
Yeah.
You know, it adds to the complexity and adds to the cost and everything later in life. Sometimes it's better if you didn't do one at all, as opposed to these bad ones. You know, we have to unravel them.
That's right.
When we get them.
And then the peace of mind that you wanted to give your family, you know, that
It's not
just went
there.
out of the window.
Yeah.
So it's best to, you know, there are a lot of things that I can't do. I'm not proficient at all. And so it's just always, you know, a smart tactic to, you know, find someone, even if it's not us, but find someone in that area of expertise that can help guide you through the process. It makes it makes life so much simpler. And then you have the peace of mind of knowing that it was done the right way.
Yeah. And
and on the other,
yeah, go ahead.
on the other end of the spectrum, Ryan, we get most of our cases involve people who have already passed away. We call this probate. This is when somebody's passed away, either with or without a will. And then now you have to get things sorted out. What happens to their property? What happens to their cars? What happens to their furniture and things like that? And you know, we've been doing these kind of cases for years, and we know how to get them sorted out. Either if you have a will or if you don't have a will. It's always better to have a good will, but if you don't, we have a lot of strategies that we employ to help people go through the process, even if there was no will. And again, Georgia, we are blessed with pretty streamlined probate laws and administration laws, so we can make that happen.
What phone numbers, website, how can people connect with you? Because, you know, you're gonna have people say, hey, I like these guys. I didn't realize they could be this simple, or people I trust. But what do you want? You go to direct phone number, office number, your email, website, whatever's the best way to connect with you guys.
Sure. Well, the phone number is 770-493-4924.
And the website, the email is info@gwaplaw.com.
And then they can, from there, they can connect to set a time to talk to one of you guys. Then you'll kind of help guide them to, you want, you know, I guess complimentary the first, I don't know how you do it, but you know, I'm just trying to give them the next steps. And then from there, tell them how it works and what it'll cost and what the process is. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. In fact, when they call, we set up a meeting, and that first conference is completely without charge.
Okay.
Well, we listen. The most important thing we do, we don't just bring people in there and pontificate about what they need. The most important thing is we listen to the client. We find out what their life is about, what their needs are. And then we talk to them about what we think they need. And then, of course, they make that decision. And we tell them every penny of the cost. In fact, if they decide to go ahead and have us draw wills and durable powers of attorney and advanced directives form, we have the exact amount it's going to cost. And we have a little engagement agreement. So they have that in writing. This is what it's going to cost. It's not going to cost a penny more.
I love that.
And
that's awesome.
then they make the decision.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So go look for Georgia Will and Probate Lawyers.
Georgia Will and you go right there in Tucker, Georgia.
Yep.
That's right.
So very conveniently
Yep.
located for so many people to come see you. So you're right in the midst of, you can get there from almost anywhere in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Anywhere from DeKalb and Gwinnett. We have people coming from Cobb and, Rockdale, all over, really.
Sure.
That's right.
But,
All right. Well, any one last final thoughts to listeners or viewers that I'll let you go first, Steve. We got Talking Steve here, because that makes our shows fun. That's what people listen, because if you don't have some jokes, people tune out. So and then we'll go to Latawsha, and then I'll close this out. But yeah, one more time, let's give them that phone number and website one more time before we close this out.
Sure. First of all, Ryan, we want to thank you for putting all this together. You have such a great program.
Thank you.
And we really enjoy it, and we thank you for helping us connect with the community. Again, we're Georgia Will and Probate Lawyers. You can see us on the internet at gwaplaw.com, or you can email us at info@gwaplaw.com. And our phone number is 770-493-4924. And we call our law firm GWAP.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's what we're always saying.
That's what the
GWAP. You can
GWAP.
call-
That's Georgia Will and Probate.
Yeah, and I always just think it can't hurt to give emails, phone numbers, websites a couple different times, just in case someone didn't grab it the first time. But all right, final words, Steve, for the person out there thinking about doing this, and a sentence or two, what would you tell them right now, and just to make it nice and easy, and then I'll let Latawsha
Sure.
finish, and we'll close it up.
Ryan, I think the most important thing for people to know is it's not a terrible process. A lot of people have never seen a lawyer, never engaged a lawyer. We're just people here in the community. We've been doing this for years. We know what to do. We know how to listen, and we want to help you. There's absolutely no risk involved. You can come in to see us. If you don't like the way we sound, then you can just leave, and there's no charge at all. And we're going to give you the benefit of our legal knowledge before you leave. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. And I agree with everything he just said. The only added information I want to say is that it's free. The consultation is free. So like he said, there's no risk involved in that. And it's all game. So we do hope that you give us a call, and we thank you. Again, Ryan, we thank you, and we thank the community for listening.
Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate, I know you guys stay so busy, and I've as colleagues and friends have seen your business. So you get my highest endorsement, but you do it the right way. And that's what I want people to know, not just you saying you do it the right way and people are in good hands. And when I would trust my family with you of anything, I'd recommend you to anybody. So Steve, Latawsha, thank you very much for making time to come on the Community Connection Show today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to close this out. Folks, you've been listening to another Community Connections with Ryan Sauers. Today we had special guests Steve Ashby and Latawsha Hill, owners of Georgia Will and Probate. Go check them out. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.